Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to Tower of God Chapter 579, Season 3, Episode 162. Excited as always to go through the generic every week intro. Tower of God's been incredible lately. I feel like this is arguably some of the best it's been. I've said how much that I enjoyed The Nest. I've enjoyed Season 3 in general, and I thought that, ever since Yama woke up way back in the cage, it just kept getting better and better. But to me, there was always, at least up towards the end of The Nest, always that asterisk there of, it is getting better and better. It is still something that I very much enjoy, but, asterisk for modern Tower of God. It's while I really enjoy it, does it stack up to, Hand of Arlen? No way, not even close. Workshop Battle? No. But lately, I think it does. Lately, I just think it's some of the best that it's ever been. I feel like I'm enjoying it more and I'm more excited for it than I've been in years and years, which is, it's kind of a bummer that I'm in that kind of mood with Tower of God and that's what I feel about Tower of God, given the fact that there are people that are 12 chapters ahead and there's such a schism and divide in people being able to talk about the series. But yeah, I've really, really enjoyed it. I've really loved it. I haven't really been spoiled on anything. There's one or two things that, just judging from things that people talk about or don't talk about or mention, that there are things that I'm kind of sort of guessing at. And if so, I haven't been outright spoiled on it. But it's things that, if it does happen, it's not gonna completely blindside me because I'm a little bit wary, a little bit suspicious, even though I haven't actually been spoiled. Just a couple things, but then again, I felt that way for a long time now and nothing's happened. So maybe I'm just wrong. But I'm gonna try to not do an incredibly long intro. I have other Tower of God stuff coming that I was going to I didn't want to throw it in this video because it's more discussion kind of stuff that I've been cooking up over the past week. I'm going to try to, this week onward, go back to trying to do stuff as close to daily as possible in terms of uploading stuff. I have a lot more planned. Just people have been so amazing in all of my comments and everything that I really am motivated, even though I'm limited until I get a new computer. Even though I'm kind of limited right now, I want to do what I'm already doing, but even better, and I want to do a bunch of more new stuff. I want to keep the reactions up, and I have been reviewing through as I've been reacting more than ever before, I think, and I think it's made my reactions better than ever before. I feel like I'm much more tied to what it is that I'm reading, more than ever, but I want to do more, sort of rankings and theories, analysis, discussion, review. I want to do more stuff that's gonna take more thought from me, in addition to everything that I'm already doing. So yeah, there's gonna be, and the Tower of God thing that I'm doing now is small. It's nothing really big or anything. I just wanted to throw it out as its own video. It's gonna be 2 topics, because why waste your time with 2 videos when I can shove them into one for you? So we'll have that, and I guess it helps. I wanted to get that out before I did this week's reaction, before the new chapter came out, but I guess the fact that I didn't works, because if we get new information on this stuff in this chapter, then it's okay, I can pivot, I can sort of amend what I was going to say. But yeah, either way, sorry, I ended up rambling on for kind of a long intro anyway, so let's just get to reading. Also, in terms of making things better, in terms of changing things up, not for this video, but I might start doing, because Dr. Bonehead's been doing it for a while, everybody else has been doing it for a while, I might just start putting the chapter back with a filter over it or something, because everybody else has been doing it and it seemed like it's been working out all right for them. I'm obviously not just going to show the full uncut chapter, because that's not fair when you can just go read it for free. But I might just start throwing it in the corner with a heavy filter over it or something. But either way, yeah, just wanted to let you all know that that's something that might be on the table for next week moving forward. But yeah, either way for right now, let's just actually get into reading. And we have a violence warning this time around. Also, I just remembered, this intro had been 4 minutes, so I had forgotten, but screw Webtoons! I'm just saying, we gotta be fair to Webtoons, we gotta not show the full chapter, and here I am saying screw Webtoons, because they spoiled Yama in the thumbnail. So yeah, screw that. But it's something that I mentioned last week while reading through that I thought we were going to see Yama's group again soon because we're getting into the Robadon stuff. Even though official translation's Robadon, I think. Robadon just rolls off the tongue so much more easily. So Yama and his group coming back isn't ultra surprising to me. But we start out with a box saying Middle Area Pobedao Family. And we have Fleet Commander. Alright? Offensive fleet of the 2nd Main Army. Lopobia ships are all heading this way. Okay, cool. Just taking in the designs a little bit. Judging from the number of ships, it appears that they've mobilized all their branch leaders. Right! Oh man, the end of last chapter was so incredibly good. We don't have enough troops to fend them off by ourselves. Fleet Commander of the 2nd Fleet, High Ranker First Class Librarian, Pobedao Ruini. So I guess Ruini is the, again, sometimes because of changes in art style over time, it gets kind of hard to tell. Is he the same, like, sort of white mage, monk, priest-looking character that we've seen during the execution of, God, what? I'm forgetting, Perditi and Perseus, and also back when we saw the Pobedao book club pull up to grab Rachel. Is he the one from there, just in a different outfit? I can't really tell. Shall we have the troops retreat and call for backup? No. Send the troops into battle. Arrange them in defensive formation for now. What? That's the order we received from the battleship. But it's too risky. They've also mentioned that they've prepared something, so we'll have a shot at winning if we hold out long enough. And this is so interesting. A, like, Kirin-looking ship pulling up. That's so cool, and we have the little tower-looking ships with the Lopobia symbol on them in the back as well. We don't even know exactly what they mean, sir. I don't trust the second-in-command giving orders from the battleship right now either, but the family head chose him. We must obey him. Fleet Commander. Okay, so the second-in-command is the one giving orders from the battleship. I wonder if that's actually Bellerir, like, texting everybody. Okay. Fleet Commander. Lopobia's fleet. And we have, like, again, the Kirin creature looking face on the main ship. Kirin's ship. Meeting room. They're not pulling back their troops? What are those Pobedao bastards thinking? Frosty Bear, branch leader. Lopobia, wee wee. Yeah, I guess it would be like wee wee. I don't know. I'd have to see what the Hangul looked like. We've abandoned the battleship and summoned all our branch leaders for this attack. What if their family leader... We really probably have very few branch leaders left to see at this point. It feels like we've seen so many. What if their family head suddenly appears out of nowhere? He could probably wipe us out single-handedly. After hearing all the rumors about how handsome he is, I'm dying to see him. And we see somebody that's not Umtiti, but kind of reminiscent with the green hair. Then again, I guess a lot of the Lopobia have green hair now that I'm thinking about it. And we have the angel-looking one, which is possibly a connection to... because the Mad Dogs all have angels. So maybe there's some connection there. Something that, again, not original from me. I saw other people saying that. The Green Elephant branch leader and the Chimera branch leader. Lopobia Tump and Lopobia Rashut. Okay, so assuming from the order then that the Green Elephant is the guy with the stripes. Since they list him first, I'm assuming he's Tump. And I'm assuming Rashut Chimera branch. Because she had like all of the like weird demony looking creatures with her. Considering the fact that our family head is being attacking the enemy base by himself, we can't rule out that possibility. When you think about it, there's already going to be a showdown between the family heads, so isn't it pointless for us to get involved? I'd rather not be slaughtered by the family head for nothing. And just as I said, we've probably seen almost all of them. We're seeing like possibly the rest. Why don't we go relax on a Caribbean beach or something? So the Caribbean exists within Tower of God. It's just hanging out in the tower. The Golden Carp branch leader, Lopobia Jew. Alright. And then, pointless. That's no way for a warrior to talk. though I wouldn't mind a trip to the Caribbean, and that may or may not be Umtiti, I can't tell. Again, he didn't leave that much of an impression, I guess. I just remembered him as tank top and green hair. But then, I guess tank top and green hair is getting less specific as we go along. So yeah, like I mentioned before, a lot of them have green hair like Traumerei. You sure complain a lot. Hasn't it occurred to you that the only reason you're still alive is because of the family head? You all take your good fortune for granted. Sir, they're both after the irregular anyway. Regardless of the showdown's outcome, the family that captures him first wins. Our role in this war is crucial. The irregular entered the Pobedao family's territory. We have to break through their line of defense and get our hands on him first. So stop complaining and charge before I send you all to hell, says Kirin. And we're seeing the shell again. Okay, that is definitely Umtiti because he has the scars and the thing on his back. From that panel, you can tell more. But we saw the turtle last chapter 2, who is presumably the one who was controlling the big turtles before Traumerei showed up. Yes, sir. Okay. Get rid of that thing, it scares me. And we have a glimpse of the beast that he has. Kirin? Yes. The Slayer candidate's location we received appears to be correct. He's at a small station that belongs to the Pobedao family. It's quite far from the direction in which our army's currently heading. Very well, we'll proceed that way immediately. When shall we go ahead with the revolution? The revolt. It's too soon for that. Once the enemy begins firing on Popedao's army, we'll slip away and look for the irregular. Ultimately, the person who's going to capture the irregular will be none other than me, Kirin. So of course Kirin is the one that's really working with revolution, it seems like, and was just sort of using Gororo, and Gororo is probably just basically hasn't been directly betrayed yet, but they're kind of just cutting him off and not really caring what happens to Gororo. We'll save the revolt for afterwards. And then we're finally getting now to Conflict Part 3, finally to the title card. The previous day in the air above the middle area. Attention all units aboard the ship. We're arriving at the assembly area soon. And we have Yama and Doom. We've been forever since we've seen Yama and Doom again. All beastkin on board. Wait by the exit. We're almost there. Let's see what this assembly area is like. And we have a hippo. Kadede, the third transport ship has arrived. Very well. And we have these presumably transport hippos. Station the third transport ship at a slight distance from the main army and surround it with hippos. Then disembark our family's troops first. We're going to incinerate the third transport ship in the beastkin. And we have Kadede doing something with Shinsu. Going up to the ship. Begin. Alright. And we have... Sorry, this is just kind of funny in the absurdity. We have these hippos blasting Shinsu beams. And R.I.P. these poor innocent random people. This isn't really the best introduction for these guys to make us want Bomb to work with them. Just blasting apart all these innocent beastkin. And of course, Doom being former top 200 and Yama being a Slayer are probably going to be fine. Because I would say at this point, especially after Yama getting the power up, the two of them are probably pretty up there in terms of strength. Yama, I think they know we're on board. I agree. But still, how can they slaughter their own allies like this? Don't beastkin lives matter at all to them? And then they're charging up another hippo Shinsu beam. But we have Red Shinsu coursing out. Who's that? There he is. Hey, you goddamn cat. He's the one who killed the tamer. And he holds out a hand, clenches his fist. And it looks like the front of the hippo explodes. Hey, you from Lopobia's army. That's right, who are you? I'm Yama, the Slayer. And I just became the leader of these beastkin. A Slayer? What's a Slayer doing here? I'll try stopping him first. And it's so funny, because the people who want to keep peace within Lopobia, Lobodon's army, are going to be working with FUG. I'll try stopping him first. Everyone get in defensive formation and notify the commander. And he pulls out 2 spears. His spears look really cool, actually. I especially love the one on our right. Yeah, they look really cool. And he has lighthouses. Don't let him leave the area. Yes, sir. Doom, get the beastkin off the ship. They'll die if they stay in there. Okay, let's go. And this guy kind of looks familiar. Who does he look like? If somebody in the comments can remind me, that's not the right panel. The cow print background. The guy to his left here. This guy. You can't actually see my cursor on screen. He looks so familiar. Like the eye color, the hair. I guess I'm thinking of Wong Wong, maybe. I mean, I obviously know he can't really be related to Wong Wong or whatever, but he looks so familiar. Something about him. I think it might be Wong Wong, just like the hair and eye color. Don't be afraid, everyone. All right. We have Yama and Doom up front now. Okay, just taking in the panels, more panels of basically the same. Why would a Slayer do something so foolish? You're trying to start a war with the Lopobia family. Yep, that's exactly what I was doing. I'm stabbing you bastards in the back while your main forces are distracted by fighting Pobidao's army. Got a problem with that. I can't believe this. Kadede? And the ship pulls up. Sir, we're on our way to the battlefield. Don't waste troops on a meaningless fight. Get the troops away from him. This guy is like Mosshead Kallavan. This guy looks cool. Not even an army of hippos could beat him. Isn't that right, Slayer? He does look like Moss Kallavan. Field Army Vice Commander, Lopobia Katan. I love his design. I'm making jokes, but I think he looks awesome. That's true. But to me, you don't look much different from a hippo. Well, he's tall. And Yama's incredibly tall. Bomb and Karaka were like up to Yama's waist, and now this guy is like walking up and stancing up above Yama. Well, you'll find out soon enough how different we are. Alright. Yama, you haven't recovered from your injuries. Stay out of this. Injury recovery in, is Tower of God a shonen? I guess at this point. I was gonna say in shonen, it's weird. Injury recovery times. Very odd. Like sometimes people will be injured for a long time and then sometimes people will just be like fine. He knows I'm Slayer, Baylord Yama, and yet he still wants to fight me. You think you stand a chance against me, huh? I was honestly, I thought Robadon was gonna stroll out and I was gonna be like, as much as I'm hyping up Lobodon right now, as much as I love him, even though I barely know a thing about him, I was going to be like, oh no, Yama's going to get clapped to show how strong he is. I feel like with Katan, that's maybe a little less likely, but you figure we're still probably going to show off how strong Katan is in this clash. Or else why this sort of introduction? Keep your hands off the beastkin while we're fighting. Don't try anything funny, because I would say it wouldn't be to show how strong Yama's become at this point, because that's what taking out fights was all about, really, narratively. So, yeah, I don't know. A little worried about Yama here. All right. Fine. We have them leaving. Shinsu trails behind. So cool. Since you asked for it, prepare to be crushed like a bug. I really like Katan's design. He's so cool. And then Yama catches his fist and his other arm as well. And they're clashing strength. Both yelling, manly, macho. Yama's pushing him back. I can't believe that guy's stronger than our boss. No wonder he's a Slayer. Did these guys not put any respect on the Slayers at all? Like, this guy isn't even like second class. This guy is like third class. Like, if first class is Traumare, second class is like Lobodon, this guy's like a third class guy. And like they're saying, wow, can't believe a Slayer's stronger than him. How much do people disrespect the Slayers? You're as strong as the rumors say. Did you only just realize that? Fool. I obviously can't beat you with strength alone. Huh? Huh? Jab. We have a kick coming in. Yama slides back. And he's got some sort of camouflage containers. Why'd you back down all of a sudden? What's wrong? You scared because I'm stronger than you thought? Yama charges another punch. And he's gonna pull out the gun. Ah, yes, my power. Gun. And then, what the hell? He pulls out like a Spaz 12. The best way to hunt animals is with tools. A gun? And he just gets popped in the face. Oh my god. That bastard. What does he think he's doing? Hey, hold on, damn it. Time out. This is hilarious. He pulls out another gun and starts shooting. Hey, do you really think you can beat me with a little toy gun? Yeah, I was just getting pissed. And he pulls out the entire rocket launcher. Then I'll use a gun more suited to your style. That's not what I meant, asshole. We have the explosion from it. Yama! Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We have Karaka's observer again. And it looks different from before. Something about it looks different. Knowing Yama's temper, I doubt we'll be sneaking out of here quietly. Are you okay, Yama? Why are you worried about me? That didn't even tickle. And he transformed. He's just showing off in front of the beastkin. Even if that attack wasn't that powerful, it's dangerous to keep accumulating damage like this. His wounds from that last battle are quite deep. Hey, you, go ahead and shoot again. I was just about to do so. You don't have to ask. He pulls out a bunch more. I have plenty of weapons. I freaking love Katan. He's hilarious. I love this. Vice Commander, who told you to waste all that precious ammunition with a war coming up? You were assigned to the position of Army Vice Commander for a reason. You're supposed to keep your subordinates in line, not go on a rampage yourself. And now we're seeing the big man himself. We have the silhouette of Robadon. And I'm assuming somebody like Yuhansung or Yasracha is going to come out to, like, sort of run diplomacy. So you and your brother can never seem to control yourselves. Commander. So I wonder if he's Kadede's brother, because Kadede just called him Vice Commander, so I guess not. But I wonder what his relation is with the whole Robadon family that we've been getting the family tree of. I know I ordered you to slaughter the beastkin on the transport ship, Commander. But it's a whole different story if there's an FUG Slayer on board, especially one like Baylord Yama. Baylord. I haven't heard that name in ages. I didn't get to fight him many times, since I belonged to the field army, but he made a deep impression on me. That voice. I'm sure he was a true loyal subject until the very end. Are you Wang Wang's son? And then we have the full shot of Robadon. You know my father. I knew it was you. This guy is so powerful. Welcome back to Lopobia's battlefield, son of Wang Wang. I'm the commander-in-chief of Lopobia's field army. My name is Robadon. And that's where we end. I want to see more, but I am actually kind of happy we're ending there. Because as much as I do want to see more, again, we're like nearly 20 minutes in, if I don't count my intro. Because the past couple of chapters, I've kind of thought, and I've said aloud in my videos and all, that it's a bit much in terms of, like, don't get me wrong, it's incredible. But the chapters are really long, and they're really dense, and they're very, very good. And I, as a consumer, am getting, like, you know, the best deal out of that. But it makes me worry for Siu and his team. I worry that they're overworking themselves, and it's like, you can't keep that up for that long. So it being a little bit shorter, at least, it was still pretty long. It was still like a crazy good chapter. But it being a little bit shorter, I actually think is kind of a good thing. I'm cool with it. I am very interested to see how this works out, though. Because are we going to show off how powerful Robadon is? Are we going to have Yasracha come out and be like, hey, let's talk this over, let's work together. Because at this point, Lobodon's group has no way of knowing that somebody from FUG would work with them at all, ever. And also, Yama's group has no idea that Lobodon's group is trying to stop this war and that that's a problem and everything. So until Bomb's group shows up, they really don't have any reason to trust each other. So it will be it'll be interesting to see how that works out, how this interaction goes. Again, a little worried for Yama. Is he just going to just get completely destroyed to show off how strong Lobodon is? No clue. He is injured, so there's always that excuse, but still. I mean, I guess it's true. When you think about it, he fought Yusracha multiple times, then he fought a family head alongside Yusracha. So there's that, but still. And then he just completely whopped freaking fights. But yeah, either way, like I said, I have been loving Tower of God. It continues to be incredible. I love whatever. So we finished the hotel arc. I don't know if we're like in a place where I'm ready to call this the start of a new arc yet, or if it's just kind of like still between arc kind of stuff. Is it the sort of Lobodon's army getting them to side with us arc? Who knows? Like I said, though, I've been working on something else, just a short, simple thing. It's nothing crazy. So expect that in maybe like a day or two. And then I've got some other stuff going on. I just recently did a Kingdom Hearts video, which is something new, but it's something that I love doing and I want to do more of because I've been on a real Kingdom Hearts kick lately. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of Pokemon, so I'd love to do more Pokemon stuff. 2 series that I really, really love that I haven't talked too much about in my years doing videos. But yeah, expect more Tower of God stuff. Again, these Tower of God Sundays every single Sunday. And like I said, I might start putting the stuff in the corner again. I'll think of making up a whole sort of visual style for whatever I want the videos to be. I'll think of how I want things to look over the course of this next week. So I might do that. But on top of that, like I mentioned, I really want to do some stuff that is more thoughtful, and I feel like a lot of people are like rankings or tier lists or whatever aren't really that thoughtful, but it's like I want to do more stuff like rankings and discussions and analysis, reviews. I want to get back to that kind of stuff more. I just want to do better for all of you, so I'm gonna try to do more and better. So yeah, either way, that's it for this week. I hope you did enjoy the reaction. I hope you did enjoy the video and the chapter as well. I thought it was very good. I'm excited to see all of these characters again, get introduced to new characters. I'm already a big fan of both Katan and Robadon. Interested to see what the deal is with Katan's brother. Is that brother? Is that Kadede, or is it going to be somebody else? I think it's probably going to be somebody else. Kadede didn't seem like he had a brotherly relationship with the way he referred to him, but who knows? It's Tower of God. Plus, it's, you know, when things are kind of weird dialogue-wise for anything that comes from a, you know, non-native English source, I'm always kind of cool with it. I just let it go because I'm just assuming that what we're seeing is the artists, the authors, you know, work, but through the filter of, through the lens of translation, which is never perfectly perfect. So I always give plenty of leeway with that kind of stuff. But yeah, either way, gonna end here. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it is free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron, or you can hit join down below to become a channel member, or you could drop a super thanks if you want. It's basically like a super chat, but in comment form. You could do that, but patrons and members do get shout outs at the end of every single video, so thank you to patrons and members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono and Smeller Dog, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidate SG, and Pure Element Pate Ardealo. A huge thank you to all of them. I decided to put a crown beside all of the people who have been here for a year as patrons or members. So yeah, huge thank you to them for a year. Congrats as well to a year. And Evan Hawley gets a gold crown because Evan Hawley has been a patron for 4 years. Huge shout out to Evan Hawley. So yeah, massive thank you to all of them, and massive thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all next time.